像比较少。
你会，但不一定会有回应。
对啊，就他不想要拥抱我。
别难过。
Not every day, but often.
Like Asians are more close knit as compared to like Western. When you turn 18, you just leave the house, do your own thing.
不一样的文化背景会有不同的亲子相处方式，一起来听听各国人的心声。
Do you and your family usually say "I love you" to each other?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Most days.
Every day.
Every day. I love you, yeah. Hugs, a little bit. Depends who it is.
好像比较少。
你会，但不一定会有回应。
对啊，就他不想要拥抱我。
别难过。
Not every day, but often.
When you were kids, did you chat to your parents a lot?
I think more to my siblings, but also not to my parents. I think they give us both a lot of space and a lot of care. We don't have a lot of rules at home in the sense of what we're allowed to do when we need to go to sleep or what we have to eat or what we can't eat. But at the same time, they always listen to us and they're always there for us.
We share about like personal stuff. We sometimes share a bit of our personal life so that,
Just like keeping them updated, especially like me. I live in Canada now, so I call my mom like mostly like once every day, or like maybe 4 times a week. So just to keep her updated, like what's happening with me and like how life's going. So
I've learned to always talk to the girls and make it really obvious that they can talk to us about anything they want to.
Mom was definitely more caring, more in your space, whereas Dad was more the hands-off.
What is your son's birthday? No, that's a good one because I don't know.
Dad was loud and energy, and my mom was calm and took care of the house and the kids.
我长大比较少一点，因为我的烦恼他们不一定有办法解决。
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my mum was really good. She taught me to read very early, and she's full of conversation.
So based on what you say, it sounds your family is more open. So do you think it has influence in you anyway?
Yeah, like my mum and dad being together like is really good. I've got quite a few like friends whose parents, didn't stay together, and definitely it's a bit harder like growing up with, 2 families or just one mother or something like that.
I think it also makes me open to other people and more understanding.
we're like older now, and then like we're already looking ahead in the future, like having a family and all that. Like we want to be more open with our kids, especially like communication-wise, so that they won't have to hide anything from us.
I share the same sentiment because we basically know how it felt growing up like in a strict family, and then now that like our family opened up, we also like saw that when we do bring up our kids, when we do have kids, we want them to be brought up in an open family, in an open environment, for them not to feel judged at all.
说得真好。
Definitely. I think it made us more social human beings.
Did you have any rebellious moment as a teenager?
Oh, yes.
My kids may see this.
罢了。
Sure, yeah, loads. I used to have extremely long hair. Actually, I only just cut it off recently, but when you're young, your parents want to do your hair and tell you how to dress. They can now, but when I was a child, no, they weren't happy. They'd make me get it cut, and when you're young, you can't say no.
I didn't really do anything too rebellious.
When you make some mistake, how did your parents usually handle it?
They would be upset, but we'd always, again, talk through it and it would be okay afterwards.
Have you ever had big argument with your family?
Not really. Again, we talk through everything, so usually there's like a lot of open communication. My parents are a lot older. They had me when they were like older. So my parents are in their 50s and 60s and I'm in my 20s. So they've lived a lot longer. So they've had a lot more experiences.
Probably the only one really is actually with my mother. It's because my father's quite sick now with a mental health, like a brain mental health disorder. So yeah, my mum and I, we had differing opinions maybe on like how to try and get through that situation.
Looking back, do you think you learned something from the experience?
Like everybody's got their different way of doing things, and you can't force people to change too much. You just got to put your ideas out there, let people know what you're thinking, how you're feeling.
讲出来。
But like, don't expect them to change. They've got to do it themselves.
No, not like that big, but all the little arguments really do build up to something huge, and then we really just worked it out, so it's good.
Did you think family in other country, like Western and Asia country, will handle it differently?
Like Asians are more close knit as compared to like Western. When you turn 18, you just leave the house, do your own thing. While in Asians, like when you're 18, you're still at home, you're still with your parents until you finish university, and that's the time you can do what you want in life.
I think some cultures are more reserved, don't talk through problems, they avoid talking about them,
出来面对
which works for them and their families. And I think in some American cultures, we're very loud. I don't know if you ever knew that. Just kidding.
I feel like my family dynamic is very unique because my mom's Filipino and my dad's from the US. So like way that we communicate is a lot different from the US and a lot different from the Philippines. It's kind of a mix of both.
Do you think Philippines compare US? Which one's education you more like it?
I feel like the Philippines is more structured around family, whereas the US is not quite as much. So I think my mom always is very family oriented, and then my dad likes to talk through things also. So.